It's Marco and Cheats Jock Center.
X1075. Covering your balls, because we love sports.
Yes.
Bud Light. You know, I'm a big fan of Bud Light.
That's your number one. That's your go-to.
It is the go-to. It is a go-to. I know for you it's kind of a second stringer maybe.
Second or third string, yeah.
On the bench. But
it's about to get put in my starting lineup after this news.
Bud Light now going to do some customized cans. So while you're enjoying NFL season, you can enjoy a Bud Light with your name on it. Didn't Coke start this?
No, I think this is with all the team names on it and the team logos on it.
Yeah, but then there's a customized thing on their website where you could win a thing where they'll actually do it with your name.
Oh, well, I'm not even as stoked about that. I'm all about seeing my team's logo on it.
No, your team's logo is going to be on it, but I saw a contest on their website where they'll do like a year supply with your name on it and your team's name. Which, remember Coke did that?
Yeah.
And you could, and everybody was drinking a can of freaking Diet Coke and it had your name on it.
Right, and then everyone got super annoying about it. But
so you're more excited about having your team's name on it than your name on
the
it?
logo, yeah.
Really? You don't want a Jeets Light?
No, man.
You want a Seahawks Light?
I'm not that arrogant.
Oh.
I just want to support my team by crushing beers. I'm already going to crush the beers. I might as well crush them with the team logo on it.
I guess I am that arrogant. I want my own light beer. I love my team. I'd like a Skins Light.
Yeah. See that Hawks logo on there, and 12th man. You knock out 12 beers by halftime to support the team. Obviously,
yeah. This is a pretty good idea, and I guess that they got an agreement with 28 NFL teams.
Oh, who held out? Let me guess.
It doesn't say.
I guarantee one of them's probably
the
Cowboys.
Yeah, because they're not making enough money on it, right?
Who else?
Maybe the Redskins. It's always those teams that are worth a lot of money that don't want to do this kind of stuff.
Or they're like a bigger brand. They think they're a bigger brand than the league.
The NFL, yeah.
So probably
the Packers.
The Raiders, maybe the Packers.
Yeah, because the Packers, that's like cheese and beer on their own. Like they don't want,
Who else? The Raiders are a bad boy
I could see
outlaw thing.
Bud Light's probably too mainstream for the Raiders.
So what? What would be our fourth guess? Who else?
There's another team
too
out there.
Cool for beer.
maybe LA.
Yeah,
maybe
I could see the Patriots pulling that move.
Yeah,
we got Cowboys, Raiders. What was the other one you came up with?
Well, maybe the Redskins and the Packers.
Yeah.
So the way it is now, it's the Cowboys, Redskins, and Packers are the top three most valuable teams. They're worth the most.
Right.
So I would just imagine those three teams would say, we don't need that the way the other teams need it. Financially speaking, we carry the league, so whatever.
Like the Patriots, too, like Belichick won't let his licensing be used on like video games and stuff.
I could see that, too. Yeah, that might work.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's not in the story, and now I'm more interested in the four teams.
Oh, God, you know what?
It's driving me crazy.
I'm looking it up.
The four teams that said no to Bud Light, you can't put us on the can.
I'm gonna Google it.
How about the teams that are begging for it and love it? The Jaguars, the Texans,
hold on,
the Titans. Actually, the whole AFC South just loving this right now. Worst division in football. Just absolutely loving this. Miesha Tate. She's a superhero in the octagon and now a superhero outside of the octagon. She was climbing Mount Charleston. By the way, I did Mount Charleston about 6 weeks ago. Love it. God, I love Mount Charleston. Anyway, she was up there and they came across a 6-year-old girl who had been very, very badly injured. And Miesha Tate, because of course she is a former UFC women's champion, picked up the 6-year-old girl and carried her a long distance down the mountain after she had broken an arm and had some other injuries. But very cool of Miesha Tate, who, is out there kind of doing her own thing, getting some R&R, and sees an injured girl and carries her down the mountain. So,
you know what? If you got to horribly injure yourself on a mountain, like, let's just say that's not an option. It's got to happen. What better way to be carried down than by UFC former champion Miesha Tate?
I'm thinking about, maybe here in a few minutes, walking down the hallway and falling and badly injuring myself, and then tweeting Miesha Tate and saying, "Would you come and pick me up?"
Yeah,
I'm injured.
I'll tweet her and be like, "Marco twisted his ankle. Little help."
Troy Aikman, Fox commentator, former quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Hates Skip Bayless. Here's what the headline should read: Troy Aikman falls right into Fox Sports' plan. See, here's the deal. So now that Bayless has teamed up with Fox Sports and has left ESPN, of course Fox Sports is like, dude, piss as many people off as you can because we need the earned media. We need you to get more attention.
Right.
Right? So whether that's, celebrities' Twitter accounts or Facebook pages, whatever, we need you to get attention for our new network. That's why we hired you.
And now they're kind of like co-workers because they work under the same umbrella. And Aikman's whole perspective is like, how could you ever hire such a degenerate?
Right. So his official statement was to say I'm disappointed in the hiring of Skip Bayless would be an enormous understatement. Enormous understatement is what Aikman said. And he goes on to say, I believe success is achieved by acquiring, developing talented, respected, and credible individuals, none of which applies to Skip Bayless.
Well,
half of me believes this, though, that they got to Aikman and they said, look, we need a little pub for Bayless. You know what this really means? The initial numbers probably on this Fox Sports, not maybe what they thought.
Right.
So now that they got to start bringing up these outside media stories.
Though these two have history together because when Bayless was working in the Dallas area as a newspaper reporter, he released this big introspective article on the Dynasty Cowboys of the 90s and all the problems.
Right.
And he insinuated that he had proof that Troy Aikman was a homosexual, which he's always vehemently denied.
Right.
But he's always held a grudge for trying to out him on that.
Here's the thing, and I read a great follow-up article on that. Aikman never legally pursued that. And if that's something that's not true, I mean, Aikman could have easily gone and probably gotten millions of dollars from whoever Bayless was working with at the time. It may have been ESPN. I think it was a newspaper. But he never, and so Bayless then went back and doubled down and said, listen, I've got my sources. He knows who my sources are. He's not coming after me because it's true. And if it's true, I didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
So, there were rumors around for a minute that him and Joe Buck were somewhat of a couple. Somewhat of a couple.
That's why they're so good on the broadcast.
They're very good on the broadcast together. They look happy together when they're up there. You know what I mean?
Quick update on the Bud Light can fiasco.
We've been waiting.
Who are the 4 teams not on the cans?
Were we right?
Well, here's the a-hole list where they tell me every team that is on a can.
So you had to go.
Yeah, so the two that stuck out is the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. I would have to really dig deep to find out who the other two are.
All right, so there are 2 more a-hole teams that don't want their names on a can of beer. There's your Jock Center.